reason that I prioritize police staffing is that we're severely understaffed. We have 11 officers for every 10,000 residents. Most cities have 20 to 40. That's a tax base and a historical financial mismanagement issue. One of the concerns I have with low staffing is officers being overworked, forced mandatory overtime, being tired. We are not, in my view, implementing community policing as the best practice that we should because of a lack of staffing. We're in a very reactive posture of responding to priority one sort of crime in progress calls. So it's a very high stress environment, very reactive. I would like to see us have more officers to do walking patrols, to build relationships, to better get to know neighborhoods and communities, and be more proactive in policing and do more prevention. I'm a big proponent of something the department is exploring but has not done yet, which is what I would call an early warning system. As you know, as you can probably tell, I'm fairly into data and technology as a source of new approaches. The early warning system I'm interested in is one that uses the data that we already collect, which is on a per incident, per interaction basis, to look for outliers in the data. When we see officers, particularly young, you'd like to catch this with newer officers, of course, who are disproportionately using force, most obviously, or disproportionately pulling over people of a certain race, or disproportionately engaging in activities that raise an alarm. I would like us to be able to track and identify and then respond to that data. That may allow us to identify outliers, to pull people out, to do more training, to intervene, to figure out what's going on, to maybe move somebody out of a role that they're not fit for, frankly. And I think data is one underutilized way of trying to figure out what's going on, to catch things before they evolve into a tragedy. I mean, that being said, I think the vast majority of our officers and the vast majority of their 500,000+ interactions per year are professional, courteous, lawful, exactly what we would expect. And it's an incredibly difficult job where very hard decisions have to be made split second with partial information in really tough circumstances. And I appreciate the work that they do.